walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah.
What's the story, wrestling fans? I'm still watching AEW.
Yeah, they're still on. There's
Darby Allin, Sting, and the Dark Order versus the Matt Hardy group.
excitement. Well. There you go. There's the end of the show.
What an ending. How you doing, Lewis?
How's it going? How's it going, people? How you doing?
Didn't have our normal entry because I was watching the end of
Dynamite was
the
still
show.
on. Yeah, Dynamite was still on.
So we'll just go live here. How's that sound?
Good.
All right.
Hi. Hello. How's it going?
AEW, solid.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid show. I thought they had some really good promo work on here tonight. The matches were good, as usual. But like I said, I thought we had some really good promo work.
Definitely some good promo work. Good shows. Overall, I thought it was a good show. I mean, again, I think they're doing this right. It's not a constant, every week we have the same people fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of different people fighting.
Yeah.
A lot of different storylines going on.
Mm-hmm.
And even in your minor, the minor card people are in storylines.
Yeah.
By the way, hello Futuristic, hello Jack, hello Observing Stuff, hello Johnny Lead, how's it going? HBK returns to NXT. He pulled out a ladder, so it will be Devlin versus that other dude. See who the real cruiserweight champion is. I forgot that the other dude's name, but I know one of them is named Devlin.
Santos Escobar.
Yeah, Santos Escobar. My grammar's gonna suck tonight. My grammar sucks every night, Futuristic, so don't feel bad. I had an idea today. If I had got someone pregnant and it's a boy, his name will be Tom Brady McMorrow. Of course, if she's a girl, her name will be California McMorrow. I want those 55 electoral votes. Please read my John Silver comment out loud. I would if I could find it. Observing Stuff. It's like in the middle of like all these other... Coming from a short person, John Silver is really short. It's funny to watch him run. It is. He looks like the Munchkins. And that's not like a knock on John Silver because I think he's cool. Jamel, how you doing? I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger at the store today. I asked him, do you know where the toilet paper is located? He said, I'll be back. Ains.
We are just off to a fantastic start.
You kill me, Ains.
Again, every time. Why do we keep moving this up? Why is it so dark in here?
Well, because I have to move it up when I'm doing my teaching because the Zoom doesn't do quite the same as this.
And I feel like it's super dark. Like that light is not.
So I have to. It
I don't know
is.
what's happening.
You want me to fix it?
Yeah.
Because I'll fix that.
Wait.
If you want me to.
It's this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
If it's connected.
I'll get it. If it's connected.
See, it's not showing it's connected, so you might be out of luck.
So never mind. I can't fix it. Hey, we're both wearing green.
Whoa, look.
We're
both wearing green. You know what that means?
We're a week late. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day is last week.
We
just screwed everything up, didn't we?
Yeah, last week.
Hello, Raymond. How you doing? Great to have you here. Clark, how you doing? Great to have you here. Mr. G's grammar sucks. Yes, Mr. G's grammar sucks, even though he's a teacher. It happens.
Facts.
I love it. Ains, I love it. Hello, the Shane Braun feud is proof that Shane McMahon has tarnished his legacy. His legacy was tarnished a long time ago. Could there be able to be Sting's secret love child? Tune in next week for the DNA results.
9 watching and only 6 likes. You know what that
That's right.
means.
Hit that like button. People.
Hit the thumbs up button. So should we get into the show? I think we should.
Let's get into the show.
So we start off with a banger of a match. Kenny Omega versus Matt Seidel. If Matt Seidel won, he gets a championship opportunity against Kenny Omega, I think, is what the, like,
yes, that was
thing
the whole
surrounding
idea.
this was for. He didn't win. I wasn't expecting him to win, because, you know, Kenny Omega's Kenny Omega. But it was a really good match. Really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good way to open the show.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was a good way to open the show. Again, it's like I said, it's not...
That is much better.
It's not over the top. It's not... The thing I like about this is a lot of people go, well, it's a squash match. It's just one of those things. They just put someone out there so he can win.
Well, but they booked it in advance because last week on Elevation, or whatever, was that last week or was it 2 weeks ago? That they did the, I think it was last week. They did the thing with, like, Tony Khan coming out and being like, 9 days, 9 days, 9 days. So it was like, it wasn't just like a...
Well, the thing about this is...
on the whim type of match. It was, like, set up and they'd been planning for it.
I think this is going to be a deal where they're going to set stuff up for... they're going to set stuff up for Omega, and AEW is going to crap on him because of how he's acted. Uh-huh. And Tony Khan's going to throw him in against, you know, different... I think Tony Khan's just going to throw him in against different wrestlers. Not anybody that's a big name, you know, but I think it's going to be something to put him out there and put him in matches, and I think that's what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Which I think is great because it fits into the whole Omega being a heel storyline. Mm-hmm. And, like, next week, we get him next week. Next week he's in a big match with the Good Brothers.
But I think I feel like, I don't know, during Kenny Omega's title run, I feel like we haven't seen him a ton in matches on Dynamite, you know?
Yeah.
He's done a lot of promo segments and backstage segments with, like, Don Callis and the Good Brothers. But match-wise, he hasn't done that much, at least that I can, like, recall. I feel like he's had a couple of matches, like, on Dynamites, but not many. So, yeah. I like the idea of continuing to use him and continuing to put him out there so it's not just, like, you know.
Do you teach in wrestling shirts? At my last 4 jobs, I always wore wrestling shirts under my uniform. Jack, I could because right now, I'm just doing I'm teaching from home, so I could do that right now. Did y'all catch Cody's and Brady's name for their new show? Because I didn't.
It is called, where is it?
Yeah, I don't think it's on there.
That is dumb.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called.
The road.
What happens when you put your hand in a blender? You get a handshake.
I'll find it.
Jack says, hey, Braun is a train. Now his dad was a Greyhound bus. Also, a Beatle narrated Thomas the Tank Engine, and so did my favorite James Bond. Cool. I just dropped by. Dropped my vape, tripped over the rug, and dropped my phone and fell all at once. Lewis, you're pretty talented there.
Roads.
You know that?
To the top.
Yeah, roads to the top. That's it.
Roads to the top. That was Cody's big announcement.
Lots of actors and directors are bad for not leaving their work at the door. Yes, I agree. David is in Star Trek Discovery 2. Good one, bro. Roads on top. Thanks, Lewis. Lewis is on top of things. He's all over it. All over it. How you doing, James? Great to have you here. We got 12 people or 10 people watching and only 9 likes. Let's get the like button going. AEW, I thought was a solid show tonight. Wasn't great, but I don't expect everyone to be great. So, you know, I think it told stories.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent show. Not as good as it generally is, but they had good matches. I thought their promo work tonight was really good, which I'll kind of talk about here.
He got kicked in the mouth. I'm not sure that
Kenny
he wasn't really like dinged up there.
Dinged up?
Well, yeah, because he got like the Lucha Bros kicked him, and
I know, and he was bleeding,
and he had blood running out of his mouth,
and he looked like he was kind of out of it.
Yeah, I wonder if he wasn't actually like.
But he also could have just been selling really well.
He could have done that too.
So Kenny Omega beat Matt Seidel, and that was that. We'll talk about Kenny in a little bit because he was back on the show later. So we then get backstage with the Dark Order, and this was funny. I thought this was funny. So they're all like, Silver, how have you been preparing for this match? And are you prepared for this match? He goes, yeah, I'll show you. Okay. So each member of the Dark Order does the trust fall or whatever. You cross your arms, you fall backwards, and people catch you. And John Silver dodges everybody that does it. And then you had number 5 who did it. And he dodged him, but nobody caught 5. So 5 just fell on the floor. And then Hangman sort of gives him a little, pep talk. It's like, look, whether you win the championship or not, everybody's going to be proud of you for going out there and do your best.
Yes.
And I thought it was cool. I thought it was a funny, cool segment.
Definitely a good segment.
So that was that.
Let's see here. Did you see the top women's 50 list WWE did? You see how they ranked some of the women? I have not seen it, John.
Nope.
Mr. G, have you seen last night's Impact? Generally, I did watch it. I actually missed the first 15 minutes of it. I was going to do a show last night, and I was just dead tired. But I did watch it, and I thought it was pretty good. I thought last night's Impact was really good. My mom hates that Twitch was created. To her, it's just a site where people talk to strangers. Clark, there's lots of things like that. YouTube, which is, where we're at. We're also on Twitch.
The Impact
social
show,
media, all that stuff.
The Impact show last night was the least viewed show of the year for them or something like that.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
Their viewership was really, really bad.
Well, I think part of the problem is they're not on a major network. They're not out there, and so I think that just kills them. I think that's the big thing that kills them. They're on Twitch, but not everybody gets on Twitch.
Yeah.
And then they're on Access, which not everybody has access to Access. So it's kind of weird. He got kicked in the mouth. Hopefully it's not bad. Yes. Some people are upset to get the big red machine going into the Hall of Fame before the Undertaker. What are you guys' thoughts? Yeah, it's okay. We'll talk about the whole Hall of Fame here at the end of the show. Unsanctioned match in 2 weeks. Kyle O'Reilly versus Cole. Y'all thoughts on your hat match? James, I have no clue what you're saying. My thoughts? I think it'd be an interesting match. I think it'd be a good match.
It's 2 weeks. That's TakeOver.
Yeah. The ending has a bunch of stories. The whole AEW roster was there. Bunny and Conti. Bunch of ways to take stories from the Raymond, the one thing about AEW, and I love it, it's like old school wrestling. Mm-hmm. They have stories for the undercard people. They have stories for everybody. And there's lots of, like you said, there's lots of ways you can go with it, which is why I like AEW, because they have so much going on. There isn't just a focus on your top wrestlers. Mm-hmm. And it opens up a lot of things that they can do.
Yeah.
Trust fall, I believe, is the term you're looking for, Maven.
Yep.
We are all strangers. Observing stuff in our room, and nobody's a stranger. Did y'all see Jazz last night on Impact? She didn't sign there, did she? I believe that, I don't know if she signed. I know she's been there a couple times. I don't know if she's actually signed. She's been there like 3 or 4 times.
After the match, Darby Allin says John Silver dislocated his shoulder. I thought that's what he did because, and we're going to talk about it, but he got thrown over the
How you doing, Scott?
What is that thing called? What is it called?
The rail.
Yes,
Yeah.
the rail. I don't know why I couldn't, but he got thrown over the rail, and he hit his side really hard on it, I thought, and then he flipped over and was there on the floor, and Reynolds hopped over it right away and checked on him. But it looked like he did something. I just didn't know what. I thought he messed up his ribs or something, but then it's his shoulder. He just dislocated his shoulder.
I missed Impact. They picked a bad channel to be on. Access is big over in the UK, so they're big there. Impact should stick to Twitch and save money. Access isn't doing them any help. Observing stuff, I believe that Impact is owned by the person that owns Access, so I think that's why they're on there, or the other way around, one of the two. Don't you need to pay access to put your show on it? From my understanding, it's a national public access station. No, it's actually, Jack. I believe it's a private station, and but the thing is they don't Impact. Oh, like I said, either the guy that owns Access owns Impact, or Impact. I'd have to go back and look it up because I'm not sure. NXT was amazing, great show. Sorry I'm late. It just ended. Twitch streamers that stream for a living, I've heard, go goofy because they don't take care of themselves because they're on their computer and phone 99% of the day. Clark, that's me. I'm just goofy and crazy. No, I'm kidding. Well, I think there's probably some out there just like anything else.
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, I mean, when you treat it, when it's a job, I mean, it's a job, man. You know, you can make money off of it. It's no different than going to your job. How? I'm assuming he's asking about Access, but I'm not sure. It's a Nashville station, so I don't know much else about them. I don't know a lot about him, Raymond. I just remember reading something about Impact owning, or the guy that owns Access owns Impact or something like that. There's some connection there, which is why it's on Access TV.
Yeah. I don't know for sure, but I feel like I heard that too.
Yeah. I know Anthem used to own TNA, but I think that changed recently. Yeah, it's whoever owns. There's a connection somehow to Access, which is why it's on there. What I meant was it's an unsanctioned match between Cole and O'Reilly in 2 weeks. Just wanted to know thoughts. Sorry, y'all couldn't read it. James, it's just me.
It's just Mr. G. I know what
we all. It's not we all. It's just me.
It's just Mr. G.
Yeah.
It's just Mr. G.
It could be a good match. And I think it's interesting.
I haven't, like I said, like I say every week, I don't watch NXT regularly, but I have seen like the clips and stuff of what they've done with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, and it looks promising, and it looks like they've done it pretty well. So, yeah, I'm sure it'll be really good.
Yeah, definitely. So then we
We're
get
up here.
Hangman Page against Cesar Bonani.
And so...
And the nameplate for the little thing that talking about Hangman Page that they pull up says "Friends in Dark Places." Interesting.
Friends in Dark Places.
Yes.
The Dark Order.
Yes.
Clearly, that's what.
Interesting.
So Page won. It was a quick match, but it was good. So we then get Lance Archer, who does a little video thing. Says he used to look up to Sting. Without Sting, there is no Lance Archer. But if people don't start paying attention to Lance Archer, his boot is going to come down on them.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know what they're doing with Lance Archer here? They're building him up.
Yeah, I've liked what they've done with him, and I think that Lance Archer and Sting would be fun.
We're in the process, Ivan. We're going through the show right now.
So yeah, I'm cool with what they're doing with Lance Archer. I like it. I've liked the promos that they've done over the last couple of weeks, and I like what they're doing with him.
Yes. Again, I think they're not putting him out there to kill someone. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of promo stuff. Mm-hmm. But with what he's doing, they can match him up against anybody. Yep. Because he's come out and you know, for a while I thought it was going to be Sting and Darby, but it's kind of like it's kind of like, you know, one of those things that they throw out there, and it just could be anybody that he goes after. Yeah,
he's sort of targeting Sting, but also it's just pay attention.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
Hey, Mr. G, did my friend subscribe to you? Someone subscribed to us, but I don't, like, my thing doesn't always necessarily say who it was, so I don't know for sure if it was your friend or not, Ivan. Lance cut his own promo, and Jake is nowhere around in sight. Yes! I think Lance does a good job of I think between Lance and Jake, I think they do a good job of getting across working together. Yeah, exactly. I think so. And I think that both of them do a good job of getting across what they have to get across. So we then got a Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker retrospective video thing. Thunder Rosa is like really proud of the match and stuff. And then we get Tony Schiavone with Britt Baker. And Tony Schiavone is like, everybody give a round of applause for Britt Baker. And they sort of were like, yeah, woo.
and it just sort of fizzles out. And she takes the microphone and is, you know, just ranting about everything, and it's like, everybody's delusional for not giving me a better, you know, warmer reception. And she says that Thunder Rosa should be thanking her every day, and she's seen all the praise and all the everything, and there was one thing that she said was Mick Foley. She said Mick Foley was, you know, like, oh, good job. You guys did a really good match. It was really well done. And she said, Mick Foley, it took him like 20 years to become a hardcore legend. It took me one night.
Yeah.
Sort of slam at Mick Foley.
It's kind of funny.
Thought that was a really good heel move.
Makes me wonder, would it be possible if they bring Mick Foley to AEW just to do a promo with Britt?
I think it would be cool, and I think he'd be willing to do it. The only issue, the only thing that would be in the way would be WWE. And if he is a part of some contract that says he can't do anything else.
Well, that's just it. I don't know
I think it would depend on if he had sort of like a Hall of Fame contract or something like that, which I don't know that he does. But yeah, I would say that would be the only issue.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, though.
So.
I mean, I think that's one of those things that it'd be interesting to see him do something like that. Lance is going to be TNT champion soon, maybe by next pay-per-view or right before. Possible. Have you all heard Becky has no memory for getting hit in the face? James, I have no memory of yesterday. And tomorrow, I will have no memory of today. Okay, not quite that bad, but you get the point. Getting hit in the face would probably, I don't know. It might be memorable. But maybe she's been hit in the face so many times, it's just another day.
Well, I feel like I remember her saying something about, like, when it happened, like, she had, like, no idea what was happening when she walked up the steps, and then she was, like, totally out of it, and then they, like, took her to the hospital, and she was, like, totally out of it.
Yeah, she probably got knocked out.
Didn't know what was happening.
Yeah. I told you one of my friends, she looks like Stacy Keibler. Her name is Lee. I've seen people pronounce her name Leia. It's pronounced like Lee. That just bugs me. Clark, if you're on here long enough, you'll see me screw names up all the time. I screwed one up the other day. Multiple times. Well, James, I don't remember it either. See, Jack doesn't remember. I think it's dumb that the LA Knight lost tonight. I just don't like the LA Knight name.
No, it's stupid. Eli Drake is much better.
Yeah. Mr. G's, maybe okay, I saw a tweet on Wrestle Story page. She looks like she was at the doctor's office. Yeah, that was from the 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. She does her normal
3 weeks ago,
she has to go in for
I get
infusion every 2 months.
I have Crohn's disease, so I get infusions that, you know, like
every 2 months we go.
Yeah,
it's great. We spend 5 hours at the hospital.
It's fun.
Yeah. Jack, I gotta see your channel. I like it. Ivan likes your channel. Jack, I've seen it too. I like it. Pretty good. Cheers, Ivan. Cheers to you, Jack. I saw an old show with Fred Savage yesterday. It's called Wonder Show. Or The Wonder Years. It is pretty good. How you doing, Throwback? Hope you guys have a killer show. Keep doing amazing things. What's your thoughts of WWE's 59 greatest women and then having AJ Lee at 19 and Kaylee Ray at 29? Naya should be lower than 36. I have not seen it yet, Throwback. So I mean,
haven't necessarily.
Did you look at it?
I have sort of seen it, but I haven't looked at it in depth to see who is where. I definitely think there's certain people who should be higher. I did see that for the Bella Twins, they took 2 pictures of Brie, and that's what the graphics were for, like, whatever their number was. And it was 2 pictures of Brie. There was no Nikki involved in that. They got two renders of Brie and put them on the thing for the Bella Twins.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I don't know how you do that, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you screw that up either.
So. That's
funny. By the way, how you doing, Throwback? Just, I know you're having a rough day the other day. How things going now? I have no memory of getting hit by a motorbike, but I remember the blood gushing from my head and my eye swelling shut with a bruise. With TakeOver being 2 nights, how y'all gonna watch night 1 of TakeOver?
I don't know.
Good question, John Elite. Maybe WWE shouldn't have done something stupid like that. I should get on the phone and talk to him. Battle Royal next week. Winner goes on to the Gauntlet Eliminator to see who faces Johnny Gargano for the North American title. Well, that is interesting. Yes, the Wonder Years. I know Brie Bella's on the top women twice. Because once wasn't enough.
Yeah, because she had to run around there twice, and I was just like, whoever's in charge of that needs to be smacked upside the head, because, like, how do you put the same person? And it was the exact same photo. Like, legit, it was from the same photo shoot. They were wearing she was wearing the exact same thing in both pictures. One, her hair was, like, blowing around, and the other one, it was just like, on her shoulders.
So let me ask you this. How could you screw that up?
I don't know. That's what I legitimately do not understand, because it was legit, like, they were the same picture.
Yeah.
So, like, how did... I just don't know. I don't know who was in charge of that. I don't know what buffoon. Like, okay. Alrighty then.
Yeah. I bought a jigsaw today, Mr. G. It says it's going to take 2 to 3 years to build on the box. Wish me luck. No, Ains, that it says it's for 2 to 3 year olds. It's not going to take 2 to 3 years to build. It's just for 2 to 3 year olds.
I don't think a 2 or 3 year old is doing a puzzle.
It's just a jigsaw. I've heard Mick Foley is going goofy these days. He said he throw off the Hell in a Cell was fake. That's what I mean. I think it probably depends on what you know. He probably, because if you look at it, he wasn't necessarily thrown off. He kind of dove off.
No,
WWE News said they're moving to some center in Tampa for April 12th. Interesting. Okay, better. Thank you. Just announced the commission of the Wicked is Crazy title belt. Anyone in the community can go after it. Both of you guys, anyone that's in the past guest, current guest, and future can go after it. Cool throwback. And I'm glad you're doing better. The only thing I am excited for is NW going into the Hall of Fame. Mr. G, NWO for life. I've got thoughts on the whole Hall of Fame here at the end. Damn, Ains, next time, read boxes correctly. Yes, Ains. Read the box correctly.
So,
jeez.
We have Christian Cage backstage. He's talking to the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin. And then Frankie Kazarian comes by to ask Cage when the work begins. Christian says that the work begins next week, and that Kazarian could be the first opponent. So next week we're getting Christian Cage versus Frankie Kazarian.
See, everybody was all upset when Christian came back and was like looking at the title and everything, and we're like, he shouldn't get a title shot. I didn't think they were going to give him a title shot. This is the way AEW builds things up. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a build thing. It's not just we're going to give you this or give you that. For the most part, they do a good job of building things up. Yeah. And so I think we're going to get a build. I think he will get a title shot at some point in time.
But I don't think it's going to be anytime.
But I don't think it's going to be soon.
Nope.
And by soon, I'm not, it may be not the next pay-per-view, but the one after that. But they're going to build to it. It's not just going to be you show up and you get it. Somehow, some way, they're going to build it all up.
So after this, we get FTR and Shawn Spears versus the Varsity Blondes and Dante Martin. FTR and Shawn Spears won, and then after we get a Pinnacle promo. Cash says that they're family, and Dax says, "Yep, we're family." And Inner Circle, go ahead, come after us again and see what happens, because we're family, okay? And then MJF says he can't figure out why Jericho hasn't come to break the walls down. Get it? It's a funny joke. Anyways. And he says that he's got a gift next week, but he doesn't specifically say what that gift is. So, bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Mystery.
Yeah. I thought this was good.
I thought so.
My question is because I said Wardlow would be the one that gets kicked out. What if they keep Wardlow?
Kick out MJF.
And kick MJF out.
I'm not gonna argue with that statement.
And then they go, "We are no longer the Pinnacle. We are now the new Four Horsemen?
I don't know, man. I think there's a lot of stuff they can do with this. I think that they've done a really great job of secretly building this up because they've been dropping hints in their promos for the last
several months.
Like every one of them in some capacity of their promos and stuff, they've dropped a hint saying Pinnacle somewhere involved in it, or we are the Pinnacle, or we are whatever. Like, and they've been doing it for months, and nobody's caught on.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just it. They've dropped a lot of stuff, and so I'm just curious though as to. I think down the road, you know, I almost see like this as being like MJF is kind of Ric Flair sort of, but Ric Flair wasn't a jerk towards everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think MJF's just a jerk towards everybody,
mm-hmm.
which makes me think well, he could be the one that ends up getting kicked out and not Wardlow.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I had this thought, you know, when I was sitting there watching this promo, I was like, because I know last week I said, how long is it before Wardlow gets kicked out? Because he's the one that's kind of in the back sitting there doing nothing. And it's kind of behind everybody. So I was just like, wonder what's, you know, where are they going to go with this? Mm-hmm. And so, I'm just curious to see I'm curious to see what they do with it. They cut a promo, and it's not just jumping in people's faces and wrestling and killing somebody and, like, having 14 matches with somebody. So, you know. My friend can't find the channel. Ivan, it's not hard to find. We're just the Wrestle Story. It's easy to find. You found us. His gift is having a PS5. How you doing, Will Raleigh Sport? Great to have you here. For me, Raleigh in UK, Happy King going in the Hall of Fame. Again, I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Sean Spears looks different with his new blonde mohawk, doesn't he? He's good. Hopefully gets used properly now. He never got a chance. WWE or AEW, not much. Not done much. He's with Peyton Royce. Yeah, they're together. The thing about him is, he hasn't done much, but again, I think what AEW does, it's just something different. Mr. G, if you see someone named Cameron, that's my friend. Hopefully he stops in. Hey guys, can we stop? Compare the Pinnacle as a Four Horsemen. MJF is good on the mic. Though Indy, the theme is okay, but sound terrible. Don't fit them at all. The thing is, Eric, I think that you have a tag team there that's awesome.
FTR, yes.
You have a big dude there in Wardlow.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you have Sean Spears there. And then you have Tully, who could be the mouthpiece. So, over time, could they potentially be like a Four Horsemen group? Because even the Four Horsemen, at times, were split up and changed and were never the same. So, this week, I got the Hart Family DVD. Cool. I bookmarked the channel. Don't need to, as it's my joint favorites. Thanks, Jack. Alexander and Big Swole are dating. Interesting. Is it weird that Tony...
Cedric Alexander and Big Swole are married.
Yeah.
And they're on two different shows. Big Swole does a lot of tweets about it and stuff.
Is it weird that Tony Storm is number 50 or Charlotte Flair? Nothing against Tony Storm. Oh, yeah. Wardlow has potential. He can be the Lex Luger in this group. I agree. I just think they need to use him more and get him out there. So I think that's one of those things that... over time, with what they've done with him and MJF, like I said, I think they're going to turn on MJF eventually. Just because of how, he's the heel of all heels. Like, he doesn't like anybody.
Yeah, I think it'll end with MJF.
And if you look at the long-term booking they do in AEW, with how he's treated Wardlow,
mm-hmm.
down the road, I could see him be the one who gets dumped out.
Yeah.
How did I go from YouTube prison to Twitch prison? The facilities here suck, Mr. G. I ain't doing my business in a bucket anymore. Sorry, Ains. Do you watch AEW Dark, guys? The bunny wrestled last night. Her finisher is called the Down the Rabbit Hole. Ha! I laughed when Taz said it. That's funny, isn't it? Yeah. I try to watch AEW Dark. I did watch Impact last night. I was going to do an Impact show yesterday, and I was just, like, dead tired. so I didn't do it. But I did watch Impact last night. Missed about the first 10 or 15 minutes of it. But overall, I thought Impact was good last night. Hey, Jack, send me a link for my friend. I'm assuming he wants a link to our channel, Jack.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
Is there a way to pull it? Yeah.
Copy the link. Pasting the link.
Here you are.
There you go.
There's a link for you, Ivan.
So, we then get Team Taz. A little promo video. Taz says that Brian Cage apologized to the team and to Ricky for what he said last week. You know, saying Sting was great. And then Taz does a roll call to see if everybody's good, and they're all good.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, by the way, I don't think they're all good.
no, I don't
Just watching Brian Cage and the whole promo thing, I don't think they're good.
Don't think they're good.
No.
No. So we then get Tony Schiavone and QT Marshall. He says...
Thanks for stopping in, clap them cheeks.
He says, that he's Cody's friend, okay? He's Cody's friend. And that's what everybody calls him. He's Cody's friend. And QT says, I live by the do the work motto. And QT then goes on to say there's not anything he can do to escape the Cody's friend label. And then the crowd started chanting Cody's friend. And then QT Marshall challenged Cody to a match next week. And then Cody came out, hit his arm in a sling. I think his arm is legitimately messed up.
Yeah.
Like, it's messed up.
Yeah.
And he says he'd gladly give QT the match, and Andre Anderson will be the referee. And he went on to say, you know, he wouldn't hurt QT. And they shook on it. So.
Yes. I think this is a shot at people talking about
people being on because they're the Young Bucks, Cody's
yeah.
friends, Kenny Omega's friends. Yeah. I agree. At the same time, this is very confusing because I don't necessarily look at what they've done with QT and Cody and being like, oh, QT is Cody's friend. Like, how often have we really seen Cody and QT do anything remotely like anything on television?
Yes. Again, but I think it's...
Well, that's where it kind of makes no sense to do it with QT Marshall, because the entire thing of, like, I don't look at QT Marshall and say, oh, he's Cody's friend. I look at QT Marshall and I think Dustin Rhodes.
Well, I think the reason they do it is because of that. I think that the fact that he is friends with the whole group, I think that's why they've kind of focused on him. And since he's in the group within the Nightmare family, right? I think that's why the focus is on him and not somebody else that's out there. I think it's because he's part of the Nightmare family, and it's one of those things that I'm cool with this. I think it's okay. I think it's one of those things.
Well, I get it, but also it makes no sense to me. Why to do Cody and QT?
Because Dustin isn't seen as being someone. Again, I think this is taking a shot at everybody that has talked about.
I understand
the only reason
I get that aspect,
they're on is because
I'm
of Cody and the Young Bucks.
I am saying from a standpoint.
Well, who would you rather have had him choose?
Dustin, okay? From a standpoint of it making sense as to why he's like, I'm just Cody's friend or whatever. Like, no. Okay, doing Dustin and being all like, I'm just in the shadow of Dustin because Dustin has done way more things as opposed to QT. And QT was a freaking tag team with Dustin for like months. So, I mean, to me, it would make more sense to do that than
but Dustin
this
isn't.
Cody
Dustin,
thing.
Again, I think it goes back to the fact of what
okay, that's fine.
people have said about people being friends with Cody.
If that's what they're trying to do, is to do this as a whole, we're taking a shot at all the people that have gone around on the internet saying anybody and everybody's on here because of Cody or whatever. Okay, that's fine. However, it doesn't make sense.
Other than the fact that, you know, they are friends.
Except
and the only reason QT Marshall is part of the group is because he's friends with Cody.
If we are talking about...
If you want to split up a tag team, I'd say okay.
Okay, but I'm saying, if we're talking about if we are talking about television storylines and on television and not sort of outside of that, give me a time when we've seen QT Marshall and Cody do anything together.
Well, give me a time when, like, I mean, outside of, you know, yes, they are a tag team, but like, the fact that he's a friend, the only reason he got hired was because he's a friend of Cody. And so he brought up the point that, you know, people said I'm only here because I am friends with Cody. Not because I'm friends with Dustin.
Who said that? Who said that QT is on television because of Cody?
Have you not paid attention to what people have said on Twitter and everything else, talking about, you know,
not about QT.
A lot. No, it's about people in general. If you're friends with the Young Bucks or Cody, then or Omega, you get put on TV.
Yes. Okay.
So
I understand.
This is taking a shot at all that.
I understand that aspect of it, but it makes no sense. If we're trying to translate this on television of Cody and QT being friends or whatever, and Cody, that's why QT's on television, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I think it makes perfect sense.
It makes no sense to have QT fighting Cody. It makes more sense to have.
It's perfect.
It makes more sense to have QT fighting Dustin than it does Cody.
But
plain and simple. I mean, that's just what it is.
Okay, but again, it goes back to Cody
being
in charge of the company.
I get it. Okay, I get what you're saying. However, no, it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense.
But I think it makes sense.
So.
Because he's taking a shot at, hey, I'm friends with him.
Which I get it. If that's what we're trying to do, then cool. But none of it has translated on television. You can't just pull this out of left field and say, we're going to do QT and Cody because, well, QT's Cody's friend.
I mean, he even stated that in his promo.
We haven't seen any of that on television,
He stated it in his promo. Everybody talks about me being his friend, and the only reason I'm here is because I'm Cody's friend.
I can't tell you a time when anybody on the internet that I have seen has talked about QT and
they haven't specifically talked about QT Marshall, but they've talked about people being
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's why it makes no sense.
And there's been a lot of people that have said that.
I know. Okay, I've seen it, dude.
So the point, so they're taking a shot.
I got it.
At everybody.
I get it. I get it. However, it makes no sense.
Well, okay, whatever. Again, he's hired because he's friends with
I know
Cody.
what you're saying. I know
Dustin didn't hire him.
Probably trying to say, but it makes no sense though.
Well, I don't know. Just. Let's see here. I think you're right about MJF getting kicked out because the group is stronger without it. By the way, how you doing, Maddie? And Sean Spears is more of a leader. I don't see him being happy following MJF. That's what I think that we're going to have down the road. I think we will have something happen where MJF gets kicked out. And I didn't think about that the other day. I said it's probably going to be Wardlow. But I could see MJF getting kicked out. Jack, you should go to California Mania since you come here. How old are you, Jack? Jack is, like, older than dirt. Right, Jack? California's Mania is in 2020. I might go to that, too. Mister Gleen, Maven's right. No comparison, Dustin versus QT. Student versus teacher, like Bruno versus Zabisco. The thing is, I think that the thing, again, I think this has taken shots at people because it's relevant right now.
If that's what AEW wants to do, then cool. But it's not relevant right now, though, because everybody's been doing this for the last year and a half, okay? It's not relevant right now. It is,
I've seen more people talking about it. If you're friends with recently, talking about
it. Where? What Twitter do you follow,
I can check
bro?
Twitter all the time and see people.
No, I'm on Twitter more than you are, and I haven't seen Jack Swan
which is why
about
when I see it, I'm like, whoa, this is stupid.
I'm on Twitter way more than you are, and I have not seen anybody point out stuff like that in recent.
Some people do get on TV
months ago, yeah, maybe.
Cody.
I highly disagree with that. Okay, I will say I don't highly disagree with that statement. I say that there's probably
like who? Give me specific people that have been put on TV because of Cody.
I want to preface this by saying I think everybody deserves a shot on television.
Yes, we're still at QT Marshall, Johnny Lee.
Everybody deserves a shot on television, and I think that if you're good, you can cut a promo, you can wrestle, you can make it on their show. Because they're willing to put anybody and everybody out there. The point that I see a lot of people making whenever they say, like, oh, they're only on TV because of Cody. Like, Because it's like, okay, if the Young Bucks are out there for 1 week, then you get people saying, oh, they're only on television because Cody, or they're only on television because they're the EVPs, or they're only on television because whatever. If you see somebody who's like Brandon Cutler, oh, he's only on television because of the Young Bucks. Well, never mind the fact that he's... Why are some of the people on WWE on television? Because Vince
Yeah.
Like Vince's.
Yeah, it's who they like. Mania,
How
California
cool
will be
is it?
expensive as hell in the state. Everything is overpriced. I hate the WWE are a company that will do anything to not acknowledge or hate on anyone that's not on good terms with the company. Yep. I'm okay. I sold a single toilet roll, so I'm worth $7.5 billion. Jack is at the tender age of 87.
No.
Older,
The
yes,
tender
but younger
young.
than a certain teacher.
Tender young age. You left out
Jack
the word
is
young.
older than Dirt, but he's younger than Mr. G.
He's older than Dirt, but not quite as old as
The
guy
dinosaur.
who was living during the dinosaur ages.
Yeah. QT and Cody has a wrestling school together. Gleen got the point right. See? That's what I'm saying. It's literally almost $200 to go see the Lakers. I can't imagine how much manually. And probably that $200 to go see the Lakers is probably in the nosebleed seats, too. Observing stuff. Call me 87 once more. Maven said Brandon Cutler, right, with the Young Bucks? Yes.
Yep.
But see, I think it's just cool.
Okay, but like even the Young Bucks made.
I've
fun
not
of
banned anyone in months.
I get what you're saying with making fun of it, because even the Young Bucks went and made fun of it on one of the Being the Elite things. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna put Cutler on television because good old fashioned favoritism, right? And they made jokes about it, which I'm totally cool with. But this just does not translate on television to me. The entire idea of QT Marshall and Cody, it makes no sense in my eyes.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
I guess, whatever. Maven's favorite woman is Becky Lynch. Now she likes Britt Baker. Heel turn Maven.
I do like Britt Baker. Britt Baker is Britt Baker, man.
I heard that WWE abolished Muhammad Hassan from their record books after they released him. That's what I mean on the type of company they are like. Yes. That's just kind of the way they are, Clark.
86.
Jack, you're getting younger by the minute.
So we then get the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid versus the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler. I rather enjoyed this match. I thought this was really, really fun. Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid won. After the match, Kenny Omega came out to attack Laredo Kid. Omega says he didn't choose AEW. He chose the Young Bucks. They wanted to make the bestest wrestling company in the world. So Kenny chose them. And what did the Young Bucks do? You chose Brandon Cutler. So, gonna give you one more chance to choose me, Kenny Omega. Oh. And the Young Bucks walked away. Didn't choose him. Then Omega turned to was facing Young Bucks. Young Bucks walking out. He turns around. He gets super kicked in the face by the Lucha Bros. And then they attack him. And then the Good Brothers come out to help pick up Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega was kind of out of it.
Yes.
Kind of out of it. I think that super kick didn't.
Again, I thought this was a good segment. I like what they did with this. I like the fact that I like the ending, where they kicked him, where both of the Lucha Bros kicked him and knocked him out. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if that's going to build something, like down the road.
Yeah.
I know that next week there's going to be a match, but I wonder if that's going to build something down the road. Adam Cole versus HBK had a face-off. Now that's a dream match. Yeah, a young HBK, not HBK now.
No, HBK now
against Adam Cole. That
I don't want to see that.
Wouldn't happen.
I don't want to see that. No, thank you. A young HBK, then sure. I like to think of Adam Cole as sort of HBK. I feel like they're very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar styles and very, very, charismatic, and they know how to, work to, a crowd. And so...
Yes.
I compare the two of them a lot.
It's going to be a title unification match for the Cruiserweight title in the ladder match. Jordan Devlin versus Santos Escobar. Thoughts?
Telling you right now, Jordan Devlin's winning.
Yeah, the only reason they're doing this is because with him having been stuck in the UK,
they would have done it a lot sooner. Yeah. However, COVID. Cutler
is a future AEW World Champion if he changed his gimmick.
I like his gimmick, okay? His gimmick is cool. It's different,
That's the thing I like about a lot of AEW is there's just not a lot of...
They're not all the same. Everybody has a different gimmick. Everybody's doing a different thing, which is why I think a lot of people watch your show, because there's always something for everybody.
I read a list of guys who hated being in WCW. Which guys do you know hated being there? Clark, I think towards the end of WCW, there was probably a lot of guys that hated being there. Just because of what they were doing with stuff.
Yeah.
I think probably early on, I don't think there were probably too many people that hated it, but like towards the end, I'd say there were probably a lot that hated it. This week, don't mess with Randy Orton's wife, and if your name is Alexa, you better hide. She smashed over 1,000 Amazon Alexas since the incest. Stay hiding. $200 gets you all the way up to the bleachers. You want to know how I know this? That was a spot I watched the Lakers way before Kobe's unfortunate passing. It was around 2011. So see, now you're probably like nosebleed seats because that was like 10 years ago. Escobar as in the drug lord from the 1980s. Well, it could be, Jack. It could be him. Omega versus LAREDO for AEW World Belt. I think there's a potential you could see it happen. Just because they're going to tell the storyline of Omega is going to get these shots, or is going to be in matches, and he's going to go, see, I'm wrestling anybody. I wrestle anybody, anytime, anywhere. I am a true champion.
Yes.
And of course, he's going to kill all of them. The new HBK bald guy, I never want to see him again.
Dude, they made an action
action figure?
of him. It looks like what's his name? I almost said manager. The Raw like GM or whatever.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce. That's his name.
Yeah.
That's what the figure looks like. Doesn't even look like HBK.
I kind of want to go back and watch
Not even remotely.
WCW.
Well, observing stuff, don't think you can, because the WWE network is dead. So.
Well, you could watch it for a short time, but soon it'll be dead.
Well, yeah. I mean, soon it'll be dead. You could go back and watch. But it'll be dead.
Yeah. Big Show hated being in WCW. He knew the company would eventually crumble. Again, I think it was just over like the beginning. I think probably when he first came in, but he came in at a time when things were starting to go south anyway. So I could see where he would see it eventually crumbling. I think the biggest problem in WWE is commentators. They suck. JR used to put over so many wrestlers and make action exciting and goosebumps. We need commentary with energy. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people want to see Sasha Banks Bianca Belair close out the show of WrestleMania. Like Royal Rumble should have closed out the show of WrestleMania. It doesn't matter.
Right now, but it does. But the way they're doing stuff right now, no, I don't think they're closing out the show.
No, they're not closing out the show.
It's gonna be Drew and Lashley.
Of course, that could change like right before the show starts. So.
Yeah, but I don't think. And quite honestly, I think the match itself, could be like a main event caliber match. However, the story, it's terrible. And I don't think that's up to standards to be the main event of this show. Because I don't feel like it's been a main event feud.
Yeah. You can fly to England. We still have the network. I wonder if I could use a VPN with it and get the network.
So...
there are some old matches online. Also, there's a bar near me that plays 90s wrestling. It's one of the best places ever. We know where Observing Stuff hangs out. Observing Stuff's hanging out at the bar.
So, we then get a Jade Cargill video package saying that Red Velvet made a mistake getting in Jade's face and sort of building up to that match. And then we got Kingston and Moxley in a video package. Kingston says, this is not New Japan, okay? It's not about selling tacky t-shirts. My leg is, broken or something, but, we're all good. What happens when, where we come from or something along the lines of that. You take out one of our guys, we, kill one of yours. Sir, so yeah, watch out. Moxley asks if the Good Brothers are willing to take things as far as them. So, when we get a murder on Dynamite in a couple weeks, or next week, or in a couple weeks, then, yeah. We weren't witnesses. We didn't see it.
Yes.
If anybody asks, huh? The Good Brothers were killed on live television? No, I don't recall that. I missed that? I must have blacked out or something.
Yeah, again, they're building this up. I think it's good. I like what they're doing here.
So we then have Nyla I thought this was another good match. I thought Ty Conti looked really good.
Yes, she won.
She did.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I thought she looked really good. She did this like DDT thing, and
I was shocked.
This DDT thing for the.
I didn't think they'd have her win.
Pinfall, and it looked really cool. After the match, Nyla Rose beat up Ty, and then Cheetah came out, and then Allie came out and cleared the ring, and then Matt Hardy says that his clients have been overlooked, and the women's tournament was no good because Bunny wasn't in it.
I like this Matt Hardy.
I don't.
I know you don't. I love what they're doing with him. I love the whole idea of what they're doing with Matt Hardy.
I thought the match itself was good. I thought Ty Conti looked really good. I thought the whole Sheeta thing was okay, fine. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, no. But it is what it is. They don't have Anna Jay around, and Anna Jay would have been the one to make the save had they not, like, you know, she's injured, so she can't. But, like, having Allie come out, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I don't like the gimmick. And then you add on top of that, she's paired up with Matt Hardy, and I don't like that either. So, it's, it was just a bit confusing to me, but whatever. If Matt Hardy's gonna try and get, Allie pushed for stuff, which is cool, I suppose. I'm just not a huge fan.
I like it. I love what it is. It's something different for him. It's, and I think eventually we're gonna get broken Matt Hardy back. I think that's gonna lead to that, or just broke Matt Hardy. One of the two.
One of the two.
Yeah.
So next week we're getting Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus the Lucha Bros and Laredo Kid. We're getting Cody versus QT Marshall with Arn Anderson as the referee. We're getting Christian Cage versus Frankie Kazarian. We're getting Ty Conti and Hikaru Shida versus the Bunny and Nyla Rose. And we're getting Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy versus Kip Sabian and Miro in Arcade Anarchy.
I think it'll be a good show.
I think so too. The Miro and Kip thing is gonna be like video games or something.
I don't know what they're doing for sure.
So that's exciting.
I don't think so, because I think
curious. Or are they gonna have like?
I think video games may be outside of the ring or around the ring or something.
Somebody's going into an old arcade machine.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Again, I think we're about to see a change in Miro.
Yeah.
And, for everybody that complained about his gimmick and things like that, I think he wanted to be part of the gimmick. I think he wanted to be a part of this, coming to AEW. He's kind of doing the whole Rusev thing where, there's this exciting thing about him, and, he's this happy guy that loves to play games and do stuff. And now I think we're going to see a change.
Which is cool, but I don't necessarily compare what he's done in AEW to the Rusev character. Because I think when they had Rusev Day, I think it played to the crowd. And, I don't know. I feel like
there hasn't been a crowd, so it's been tough to play to a crowd.
Okay, but even so, I don't think it would have gotten over in AEW. I don't think the entire gimmick that he's done would have gotten over in would have gotten over with if they had a crowd there, because it's just not been good.
I don't think it's been bad.
It's not been good.
It's a different gimmick, and that's the whole idea. He plays video games. That's what he does. So
that's
came
cool,
in
and that's fine.
and wanted to do that.
The entire thing has not been.
How you doing, Jake? I just think it's been okay. Bars, here we go. Yo, my name is Mr. G-String. I got a thing for this wrestling thing. I love making that ching. I'm not making any ching off of this, just so you know, Ains. So, sorry.
Continue on.
I'm sorry.
Continue on.
Ains kind of threw me off there with me
on.
making ching, because I'm not making ching yet from this.
Continue on.
Oh, if you're looking for trouble, wait for the bell to go ding ding.
Wow, that is a one-hit wonder.
Ains, I'm going to start singing that on YouTube. I'm putting out a video next week. I'm probably going to need more words than that, because that's just not enough. Jeff needs to go to AEW. I agree.
Oh, God.
Observing stuff? What are you saying?
Oh, man.
We had like 5 people come into our channel like just a minute ago, and they all left right after that.
Yep. Don't know about you guys, but I'm slowly losing interest in Mania. I feel like Mania is the biggest afterthought ever. That's what I think this year is. I think it's the biggest afterthought. I don't think we have any plan whatsoever. I mean, like, at all. And so I think it's the biggest afterthought ever. That's what I think.
Yes. Do y'all really think Finn is getting called back up after his title match with the Cross? Why would Finn want to get called back up?
I hope not, because they have nothing for him on Raw or SmackDown.
I tweeted Vince to hold WrestleMania 40 in my house in 2024. How's that going, Jack? Has he said okay? Just wondering. Ains, never do that again, please.
So, we then get the main event, Darby
Observing
Allin.
stuff, I'm not sure what you're saying here. Was it because of what Ains wrote, or because of my
Mr.
entire
G's
rapping
ability?
I'm going to practice it, and then I'm going to put out a video. Damn, audience rejection sucks. I'm going to go cry to the notebook.
The only person rejecting it is observing stuff.
It's just observing stuff. Just ignore him.
So.
He's at the bar right now.
So, main event, Darby Allin versus John Silver. I thought this was a really good match. I thought Darby made John Silver look really good. So yeah, it was a really well done thing. Like I said earlier, they had a spot where Silver was thrown over the barricade and
Screwed up his shoulder.
Yeah, messed up his shoulder. Alex Reynolds checked on him right away. He like hopped the fence and was like, yo, you okay? And so yeah, John Silver has a dislocated shoulder. Or he dislocated his shoulder or something.
Looks like it messed up. Looks like he was trying to pump it back into place.
Yeah, and so hopefully he's okay. Hopefully everything's all right. Darby Allin won, and then after Matt Hardy and his buddies attacked Darby Allin, and then the show ended with a big brawl between Dark Order, and the Hardy family group. So. Yeah.
Cody and Brandon's show is the Kmart version of Ms. and Mrs. I think it might be better, Scott.
Yeah, I think so.
The thing is I think we might get
I'm willing to watch the Cody and Brandy thing. I've seen some of Ms. and Mrs. and it's not bad, but I feel like sometimes it's just real cringy.
The thing about the Cody and Brandy thing is I think we might get an inside look behind the business.
Which I think would be cool.
Yeah. So I think that could be interesting. Well, he hasn't said anything to me yet, but he's tweeted Shane happy birthday. Well, I'm sure you're on the list, Jack, to get a notification from him. I'm just guessing. Mr. G's rapping skill was too high caliber for me. I'm at home. We're good observing stuff. I'm glad you're at home. Safe and sound. They put all the good matches of WrestleMania on night 1. Yeah, but again, I think they can make some changes.
Here, did they fix the list to show us what's on each night?
Jack says, like and subscribe or I'll send Scrappy Doo after you. I need to get a Scrappy Doo, like, now you've said that, I need to get a Scrappy Doo
they have
emote or something to put out there.
They've got it set up. Night 1 of WrestleMania is Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre, and Bad Bunny versus The Miz. Night 2 is Roman versus Edge, Asuka versus Rhea, and The Fiend versus Randy. And then the unconfirmed matches that we don't know which regarding on which night are The New Day and AJ Styles and Omos and Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. So we can also talk about the takeover card if you want, because the takeover card was announced tonight.
Did Mr. G rap? I see. He better than those geeks, Miz and Morrison.
Oh, nobody's better than Miz.
And I got John L saying, please never rap again, Mr. G.
I'm sorry.
What are you saying, John L?
No, I'm sorry. Nobody is ever going to be better than Miz and Morrison. I don't care who you are. I don't care how long you've been in the business. I don't care. The rap game was not good until Miz and Morrison came along. They saved it.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Mr. G, if Impact has Slammiversary and New Japan has Wrestle Kingdom as their versions of WrestleMania, respectively, what is AEW's WrestleMania? I would say right now, Double or Nothing. Scrappy Doo is underrated. He's one of the best. Scrappy Doo is awesome.
Scrappy Doo is great. Had his own television
Awesome.
show, Scooby-Doo.
Make sure if you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. 7 times.
I figure while we're here, we can, what was the one thing we were going to talk about? Oh, the Hall of Fame. Yeah, we were going to do that too. Let me pull that up.
Morrison has an awkward voice compared to his body. He does. I know what you're saying, observing stuff. You just, like, there's some people, well, like Mike Tyson. If you saw Mike Tyson fight without hearing his voice, and then you hear his voice, you're like, that guy fights? Are you kidding me?
Man. So,
that guy could kill me with his punch? Are you kidding me?
This year, going into the Hall of Fame, announced today. We've gotten 2 people announced for today. Kane and the Great Khali.
Okay, we just found out that the Hall of Fame means nothing. Thank you very much.
We already
Hall
knew
of Fame.
the Hall of Fame meant nothing.
Well, now we really know it means nothing.
Okay, so, Kane, okay, whatever, like, cool, like, great, good for him, he's going in the Hall of Fame, like, I mean, yeah, he's done a lot for the business. The Great Khali.
There it is! That's exactly what he's done for the business!
Like, I legitimately do not know.
I know why it happened.
Because
I'm going to explain right now.
They have nobody else.
No, here's why, okay? Vince is sitting around going, India. They have a lot of people there. We're getting ready to start NXT India. Who's a guy from India that we could put in the Hall of Fame?
The Great
Khali! He was a star when he was here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. Exactly. Yeah, RVD is another one that's being rumored to go in. WWE hasn't confirmed it yet, but Fightful did put out something yesterday saying that it looks like RVD is going in, so we're also going to get RVD in that. And Batista has been taken out of the running for Hall of Fame this year because he has prior engagements to go to. So he's not going to be there. Good for him. Because I try to get out of it as well. So, yeah, that's the Hall of Fame.
Yes. Yes.
So, I think that I should go in the Hall of Fame. I've really done a lot for WWE.
I talked about WWE.
I do this show every week, and I give them criticism and I give them praise. So I believe that is enough for me to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince, put me in.
Yeah, I don't.
You can put me in the celebrity category if you want to, because I'm kind of a celeb. You know? But I'll also go in as a wrestler or a performer or whatever too. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Either or. I'm good for either.
Well, yeah. I mean, Vince probably one day is just gonna go, I got a hat with names in it. No, not that one.
I'm sure that's how he picks his Hall of Fame now. He's got all the names in a hat of who hasn't gone into the Hall of Fame yet, and he just randomly picks them.
Maybe
there's no rhyme or reason as to who he puts in whatsoever. It's
maybe next year.
Like
the Great Khali! There we are.
Legit, no rhyme or reason whatsoever. It's just like, okay then.
Yeah. As of today, the WWE Hall of Fame officially is meaningless and crap. It's been that way for a long time, generally. Technically, Bad Bunny is in, and John Morrison, The Miz. The thing is, John Morrison, I think, is hurt, so I don't know if he'll wrestle. I think they're kind of waiting to see what happens with him. We are leaving Sunday for Florida for Mania. We are not leaving the hotel till the 7th. I refuse to catch anything from the people in Florida. Stan Twitter is the absolute worst. I would kind of agree with you, Scott. WWE Hall of Fame will be 142 hours long with a lot of nothing going on. So, yeah. Batista is filming Thor 4.
Oh, well, the Hall of Fame is going to be pre-taped, so they can cut out whatever they don't want into it.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, say somebody stood there for an hour cutting, not a promo, because it's not really a promo, but just, you know, speaking. They could just cut him off.
Yeah.
Call it good.
We should be in the Hall of Fame for them stealing our ideas. 100% agree, John Elite. Yes. Jack is in his 30s. He loves Disney. What's wrong with loving Disney? Disney's cool. It's Maven on the mic. I got a bird named Raven. He's my safe haven. He's cleanly shaven. I'm going to bounce now and make my way to Stonehaven.
You were supposed to rap that.
Oh. It's Maven on the mic. I got a bird named Raven. He's my safe haven. He's cleanly shaven. I'm going to bounce now and make my way to Stonehaven. How's that?
Oh, man.
Probably get like copyright for something.
Probably, even though it's not a real song.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could be just our luck.
AEW doing a house show Mania weekend. Impact moved their pay-per-view that was supposed to be Mania weekend. I don't know why they even put it on that weekend. That was kind of stupid.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, he's 87. Jack is a young 87, so he's good. He's good. I vote for Mr. G for the Hall of Fame for a fan. Ivan, I appreciate that. Is Katie Forbes going in too?
Nope, just RVD.
Yes. Sorry, Jack. I like to poke fun. Jack's a good guy. Jack's a good guy.
Stop!
Lisa Great Khali tries to get himself over. Yeah, well, it's hard not to get yourself over when you're 7'9". Everybody sees you. Kenny Omega will beat Rich Swann for the Impact title. Who pins Kenny Omega for the Impact title? Scott, I have thoughts on this. Would you like to hear them right now?
Sure.
I'll wait and see if Scott wants to hear my thoughts.
Okay.
How about cut the Hall of Fame? Yeah, how about just skip the Hall of Fame and say it's stupid? Swann will win. Swann is not winning, I'm sorry, Ivan.
Nope.
But when you think about it, kind of makes sense if he's coming from a male perspective about NXT in India. It does make sense because that's the only reason they put him in is because of NXT India. See, it had nothing to do with his talent. All Vince is trying to do is go, look, we got the guy from India that's in the Hall of Fame. All you India people, watch our show. That'll give me $1 bazillion because there's like 1 bazillion people in India. That's why it's happening. Has nothing to do with his talent. Disney owns everything, pretty much. It's my birthday weekend. I turned, 24,332. Actually, 30. Well, happy birthday, Scott. Happy birthday. So was it this past weekend or this coming weekend? Mr. G, stop! It's Ains' fault. He keeps putting lyrics up there, so I just sing them. Yeah. So blame Ains. See, he even says I'm a bad influence. It's all Ains' fault. Almost first match will be at WrestleMania for a title. Let that sink in. Well, let this sink in. Next year, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I want to hear your thoughts, Mr. G. Money. So,
Kenny Omega.
My thoughts. Kenny Omega. I don't know if Ring of Honor is going to get involved in any of this.
Probably not.
I don't know if Major League Wrestling is going to get involved in this.
Probably not.
I know that they've had some of the wrestlers from Major League Wrestling and some of the wrestlers from Ring of Honor involved.
Yes.
In AEW. My thoughts are this. Omega goes out. I think he's going to win the New Japan title is what I think is going to happen.
Huh? You think he's going to win the New Japan title?
Yes, because that's part of the whole thing.
Okay.
So he's going to win the New Japan title. He's going to win the Ring of Honor title. He's going to win the Major League Wrestling title. And then there's going to be one guy that's going to stop him. One guy. One guy that is still remaining as champion. And he will be the one that defeats Kenny Omega. And when it's all done, he's going to say, I'm giving these titles back to the rightful owners. And then the titles will go back to the rightful places. And then the world will be normal again. And we won't have Thanos controlling all the titles anymore. Now, I didn't say who the one guy was. How about the WWE title, Mr. G? Oh, wait, he was WWE champion. He can't. WWE is too stupid. They don't want to get involved in it. There was someone that said that in a few years, AEW will buy AEW. Do people just say crap for attention? Well, first off, that's never going to happen. But if anybody had the money to do it, it would be Tony Khan. Just saying. Crazy Jake. Here's Crazy Jake. Oh, I like to move fast. There's a poll on Twitter for UFC. Interesting. Maybe do you actually know who Katie Forbes is?
I wish I didn't.
There you are, James. Ivan, cool. I don't have Twitter. Jake, you need to get Twitter. Okay, you don't have to. Just, How about the WWE title, Mr. G? Oh, wait, he was a WWE champ. Yes, I don't think to buy a WWE would cost you a fortune. It would only cost at least $50 billion. I don't think any less. You know what, Ains? When you can work out things, you can buy anything. Just saying. If anyone had the money to do it, it would be Tony Khan.
If he wins all these titles, he will probably retire soon while he's relatively young.
Yes, that's my thought. I think it's just a storyline. He will. Sorry, I can't type. Birthday's the 27th. Well, happy early birthday, Scott. And we'll say happy birthday to you on. What day is the 27th? What day is the 27th fall on?
The 27th is a day.
I don't even know what day of the week it is.
It's the 24th.
It's a Saturday.
We don't have anything
going Saturday, so we might have to sing happy birthday to you on Friday.
Friday.
I shared the show, guys. Thanks, James. You mean right after Kenny Omega wins the Impact title as well? Yes. I think he'll win it as well. Mr. G, could Omega get the Ring of Honor if they are involved? Yeah, I think he's going to get them all. That makes him winning the titles pointless, Mr. G. No, it doesn't. I think that the idea is he's like, I'm this god, and then you're going to have this superhero come in and defeat him. And that superhero is Nicole. And so I could just see it happening. I think it'd work out perfect. The superhero comes in,
I think they
destroys him.
Do something with Nick Aldis. I don't know about him winning all the titles and stuff. I think he's gonna win the Impact title.
Yes.
I don't think that anybody in Impact is gonna pin him though.
Yeah.
Or take the title from him. I think it's gonna be somebody else. Who? I don't know.
Elon Musk make Lars Sullivan the first deadly creature to walk on the moon. That'd be funny. I think AEW could buy WWE in like 15 years, but WWE don't need to sell for now because they have the Fox deal, Peacock deal, and Saudi deal. Yes, I agree. I mean, like I said, AEW, they've got the money backing them. So, I mean, if anybody was going to buy WWE, it would be AEW, Tony Khan.
Yeah.
But I don't see him selling. The superhero is Iron Man. It could be Iron Man. Could be. But it's not. That's not the Iron Man I'm thinking of. Or superhero. It is somebody else that I'm thinking of that is currently a champion.
Wow, look at that. There it is. Me, Hall of Fame. See?
Who sent that?
Jack. There you go, people. There I am. I'm in the Hall of Fame. Going in the Hall of Fame this year, see? Told you. Told you it was real.
No doubt about it.
Told you.
Maven's going in the Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know. Do we have anything else to talk about today?
Nope. Just the Hall of Fame and the that I'm going into it.
Yeah. Along with the great Khali. Because he deserves it. Because he's a star.
I deserve it because I'm a star.
Yeah.
And I'm going in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Because I just, and when I make my speech, I'm really just gonna I'm gonna dedicate it to all you wonderful people who watch our show, and not Vince McMahon because he didn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
He just inducted me into his Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's it. Hasn't done anything else for me. Just that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's all you people.
All of you.
So.
All of you great people out there.
Yeah, that'd be.
Have made this happen, and her speech is gonna say that.
Yep.
The Titus World Slide. No Ozzy Osbourne attacks. Can you confirm? Could be. Katie Forbes is RVD's girlfriend. Everything on Katie Forbes is fake. 2020, wear a mask and stand 6 feet apart. 2021, wear 2 masks and stand 3 feet apart. 2022, wear 5 masks and stand on 1 foot. 2023, to the left. 2024, oh, that reminds me, my son plays Fortnite. My 3-year-old.
Isn't it Drake? Is that whose that song it is? Like, it's the whatever it is. He goes, left foot up, left foot slide, or something like that. And he sings it completely wrong.
Yeah. It's like it's
right
like,
foot up, right foot right foot left.
Yeah.
It's something stupid like that.
2024, take it back now, y'all. 2025, cha-cha, real smooth.
What happened to the one hop? What is it? How does that song?
Well, Scott left that out.
One hop.
Yeah.
And then it's.
Yeah. Week after lengthy career, Maven deserves her induction. Russia going to the moderate Hall of Fame. Russia's going to moderate the Hall of Fame? I hope not. Vince will leave WB to Triple H. He could. Congrats, Maven. James is congratulating you here.
Thank you.
Should I look up who Katie Forbes is?
Yes, you absolutely should.
You could, Jack.
No.
Jack.
Jack, just look it up, okay? Just look up Katie Forbes. Go ahead, and then get back to us, okay? Just go ahead.
Jack, you may find. Jack, you may find inappropriate things.
Bad things. But look, why did you tell him that?
Because
we're trying to pull an ant.
I'm not like Ant and Jack. I don't tell people to go look things up and then find out that when you look it up, it's like, whoa.
Well, there's this thing called karma, okay? Karma's not good. But that's what I was just trying to do there, okay?
Awesome.
No,
Jack. No, Jack. Jack put me in the AEW Hall of Fame.
Ruin it.
The entire Gleen family will be in the Hall of Fame. Well, that'd be cool, Scott. That'd be cool. Just make sure you're giving your speech. It's not 3 hours long. Hardcore hours.
No. My speech is going to be double that. It's going to be 6 hours long. I have a lot to say. And I'm just going to say it very slowly.
Well, you see, I have a list of people I want to thank. And then you just roll out this thing like Santa Claus is like
Chris Jericho. I've got the list.
I would like to thank my mom. My dad. One of my brothers.
That's 6 hours. Maven will say everything wrong with WWE booking. Yep. And then I'll tell everybody, go watch AEW. And that's when I will be tackled by security guards and taken off the stage. And my Hall of Fame ring will probably be taken away, but I will not go down without a fight. So...
you have failed at the karma, Maven, and it's all Mr. G's fault.
Yep, it is.
I'm sorry. That 6 hours Maven will say everything wrong with WWE booking.
Yep.
Jack, you could put me as a Luke Skywalker from episode 6. I'm assuming you're talking about the movies. Katie had a bikini match with Selena de la Renta.
I don't know who that is.
I believe she is or was in Impact. I don't know if she still is.
I don't know. I don't really know the answer.
All right. With that,
but I think we're done.
I don't think we have anything else to talk about. Anybody else got anything you want to talk about?
I don't have anything else.
Because I think I don't know.
I don't have anything else.
Whoa, he's 20 years older. Jack looked her up.
Yeah, RVD looks really old. Like, really old.
Okay, once I fall asleep, don't get... Jonelle, don't fall asleep, man.
RVD is like...
I'm already upset for you for even talking about falling asleep.
Like...
Why episode 6? That's an awful one. Yeah, like, it should be like episode... Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about, like, the Return of the Jedi? I mean, it depends on what you're doing. You ruined it, Mr. G. She was trying to get payback and you ruined it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Jono.
You ruined it.
I'm sorry.
How could you possibly?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to help Jack out. And
we don't do that here. We don't help people, okay?
And Jack looked it up anyway. My friend told me about a dynamic dudes match where the crowd chanted at Johnny's. Yeah.
Bad things.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me. I love that when I look like him. Who do you look like, Ivan?
You didn't listen.
What?
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, Luke Skywalker.
From
That's what we're
episode
talking about still. Jesus, already now looks like he's travels via tornado. You all won't like what you see about Katie Forbes. I have a pic me. I'll send it to you on Twitter. All right, Ivan, that sounds cool. Sounds cool. With that.
Or it looks like RVD like walks by like moving his face across concrete.
That would hurt. I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to say there.
Sorry, just those.
RVZ just walks on his face.
No, it's like the face moves across the concrete.
Oh. Be like a road rash. Becky? What is James talking about? Like, I don't want to talk about Becky.
Oh, man.
She's not even wrestling
There's
now.
not much to talk about with Becky, though.
Bill Belichick looks better than RVD. Yep.
Oh, man.
Pretty much. That says it all right there, Jack.
Oh, that was
And Belichick is older. So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back
RVD
Friday.
would be on the poster. Don't do drugs, kid.
Mr. J, me, and Jack, and Ant, Hall of Fame of AEW. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at myself.
420 to life. Lazy.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
We're going to take
Sorry,
off.
just laughing at my, oh, man. I'm funny.
Back Friday after SmackDown. We will Mr. G, don't share it. Ivan, I'm going to put it out all over the place now. You've shared it.
No.
Everybody's going to see what you look like.
Oh, man.
In fact, right now, here we go.
Oh, that was funny. Mr. G Maven, see you guys Friday. Peace. John Lee. Night, James. Peace out. See you later. Sorry, I think we broke Maven. Ah, man, that was funny. Sorry.
Share it, Mr. G.
No. Can't share it. That was funny. Rip Maven.
Kidding.
That was funny.
All right. With that, I think we're going to take off. We'll be back on Friday. We will see everybody Friday after SmackDown. Hopefully, it's decent.
Probably won't be, though.
Can't wait for a mug. Did they say how long it'd be, Lewis, before you get it? Hopefully it gets there soon. I know we had someone that had issues, but they were over in the UK, so it took longer to get to them. Or in Australia, that's where they were. It took longer for them to get it than... It seemed like it took forever. So hopefully you get it quick. I'll put you in jail. My parents will be mad. Rue? You want to talk about Rue? No. Cameron, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that. Great to have you here. You're here just in time for us to take off. But don't worry. We will be back on Friday to talk about SmackDown. That's my friend, Mr. G. I thought that's who it was, Ivan. I remember you said his name was Cameron. Or it was just going to be an odd coincidence that we had another Cameron come into our channel at the same time. We're going to take off. We'll see you guys later. Peace out, everybody.